coming to you live from the Stutzman Sports Complex, right next to the Kenny Wiest Band Camp and Fantasy Football Coaching. What's the word? I've lost the word. Training. Where it's sad. It's a sad day. The regular season for college football is over. It feels like they should play 80-week season just so we can get our entertainment out. But now it's Sports Allegedly.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of Sports Allegedly on December 3rd, 2025. We're getting close to Christmas time, at the end of 25. But if you want to spend the fastest 3 months of your life, be a college football fan, and it's over. September, October, November.
Dude.
Over. See ya.
NFL's almost done.
Yeah, that's it. It's it. Longest 3 months of a sports fan's life.
Taking everything from us.
It's
and then we have the UFL.
May,
and then the
June,
European
July,
League of
August.
Football.
May, June.
Kenny hates.
Yes, for sure. Thanks for joining us. We've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, big NFL last week. We'll talk about that as we close out this show. We're going to talk some coaching changes. Obviously,
really?
That's been big news.
Is it really a big NFL? Seems like it was a mediocre.
Today was National Signing Day. That should be our top thing, but nobody cares.
Nobody cares because you just get them out of the transfer portal after they go to their school, make their money, and then decide they don't want to play for that coach.
But let's get down to it, and then we'll do our. We're going to pick almost all the conference games and pick 3.
We're going to get down to
NFL games. Let's do the playoff. The big news, obviously, college football playoff come out last night, announced.
Oh, is that the big news?
That is the big news. Ohio State.
I thought it was Lane Kiffin.
No, we'll talk about Lane too and the coaching changes. Old Ohio State.
Old Ohio.
Indiana second, Georgia third, Texas Tech moves up, and so does Georgia because the A&M lost to Texas. Oregon 6, Ole Miss. Ole Miss stayed. There is a parameters in that with people and coaching her, but they stayed. They kept them. They said they had no data point, which is a joke. 7 A&M, Oklahoma State at 8. Big news here, though. I noticed that Bama jumped Notre Dame.
Which is what they should.
It is a setup for Notre Dame to be pushed out. Is what's going to happen more than likely.
Well, think about it. Think about it. You want to get into the meat and potatoes.
Well, we will. And then rounding out.
You asked me
BYU
to tell
Miami.
you what my top 12 was going to be.
No, what do you think it should be?
Right.
Okay.
That's what my top 12 was going to be.
Because there's predicting, and then there's
I did. Ohio State is clearly the top team.
Sure.
And even if Ohio State, Indiana lose, whoever loses that game doesn't move. They just flip-flop.
Okay, let's get into the scenarios real quick. Okay, because we got conference championships. We're not picking them yet. We'll pick them a little later, but there you go. There's number 1. Number 1, number 2 play each other. Championship game should not be a penalty.
Matter.
They should. I think the loser drops if Georgia wins.
No.
You think they stay 1-2? Mm-hmm. I don't think so.
I think they do. I think they just flip-flop. If Indiana wins, Indiana goes to 1, Ohio State goes to 2.
I would disagree. I think Georgia moves up to 2, Indiana, or the loser
for
goes to 3.
For the most part of this is just placement.
Oh, that'll be final placement, though.
Because I know, but that's what I'm saying.
That's how you're going to pair it.
This is for the placement. But I don't see either one of those two having to be penalized for playing in the championship game.
What if Ohio State wins by 3 touchdowns? You still going to put them second?
No.
Okay.
At that point, you would take in the account. But then Georgia would
have to show up. What if they win by 2 or 3 touchdowns?
Well, no. Then Georgia would stay at 3.
But Georgia.
If Indiana loses close, stays at 1-2.
Okay. I disagree.
I'm not with the style points unless it comes down to you getting your ass blown out.
Fair enough, but Georgia would be amending their only loss as well.
Well, I got it. I completely understand.
That's why I think Georgia moves to number 2, and the loser.
What did we say that game was? 24-21. It was a field goal.
Yep. And it was
so long ago.
It was at.
God, it feels like forever.
It was at Georgia.
Tomorrow never comes.
It was at Georgia as well. So I think
technically it's going to be at Georgia again. I mean, you're right there in Atlanta.
I think Tech, BYU. Let's go to that championship game. I think Tech is at the highest they can do. They don't move any higher with a win.
Correct.
They've already beat BYU 29-7. It was at home. Now BYU currently is ranked 11th.
BYU wins and they're in.
Oh, for sure.
I think they should already be above Notre Dame, as it were. And I don't think this should be a game for them to be trying to play to get in.
Okay, fair.
I
disagree.
I think the BYU should be above Notre Dame as it is. Well, they played, and Notre Dame plays cupcakes. Even I looked at Notre Dame's schedule for next season. It's still a cupcake.
I agree.
It's all cupcake.
Well, okay, so
Notre Dame is getting, is getting.
Now BYU beat.
What's the word I'm looking at? Notre Dame's getting credit for playing a fluff schedule.
BYU beat Portland State, Stanford, East Carolina, Colorado by 3, West Virginia, Arizona by 6. Good win. It was overtime, and it was there. They beat Utah by 3 at home, beat Iowa State, got killed by Tech, beat TCU, beat Cincinnati.
And Cincinnati was ranked at that time, weren't they?
Possibly, and beat UCF. So,
and UCF, they did have to come back.
I think if you kind of look at it on a neutral field, you put Alabama versus BYU, or not Alabama, Notre Dame versus BYU. Don't you think?
BYU has it.
Really?
Close game. So. It's another close game.
I think Notre Dame could beat Tech because of their defense.
No, I don't think Notre Dame can beat Tech.
Okay.
Notre Dame they have a great running back. They have
a really good defense.
They have the running back. They have the kid who I believe should be winning the Heisman this year.
He will not. But
he
should be at least invited.
He should be.
But he didn't have generational numbers like some of these running backs that won the Heisman. That's what kind of knocks him out.
I know.
Because you got to compare him to other.
I know.
It's a pretty weak Heisman
Mark
class.
Ingram. You got Adrian Peterson.
What was the Rondane? Did he win it that year?
Yes. Barry Sanders. Billy Sims.
Yes.
Did Billy Sims did he have generational numbers when he won it? I know he had really great numbers.
Okay, we're talking about Tech. Tech beat Arkansas Pine Bluff, Kent State, Oregon State, Utah. Houston. At Utah, that's a good win. Houston, they kind of faltered at the end. We watched them against Oklahoma State.
But that's when Houston was doing really well.
They're not the greatest. Kansas had a bad year. Arizona State was down. Oklahoma State sucked. Kansas State was down. And then they beat BYU. UCF's down. West Virginia's down. I'm telling you, Notre Dame kills Tech, in my opinion.
No.
I think they just run them into the ground.
All right, what was Notre Dame's schedule?
Okay. USC. That's it, and they lost the other 2 big ones. I can tell you that.
Texas A&M, Miami. Yeah. And then who did they beat? They beat Stanford.
Some of the same type deals, yes.
They beat Boise State.
But I also,
They lost to USF.
Yeah, USF.
I have not brought that one up in a long time.
Okay, so Notre Dame lost to Miami only by 3.
Correct.
And then they lost to A&M only by 1.
Right.
And that's the first 2 games out of the year. So
correct. That's when everybody's fresh and everybody is
They
on
kill
their marks.
Purdue, kill Arkansas, beat Boise, who's in a championship game. They beat NC State. They beat ranked USC, and they're still ranked.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been ranked.
They still are. They have only 3 losses.
I'm aware, but they shouldn't be.
They beat Boston College, killed Navy, which I think Navy almost made their championship game. And Pittsburgh had a shot at making the championship game.
Don't even get me started
I'm just
on
saying.
Pittsburgh.
I know. And then killed Syracuse.
Pittsburgh just came in and
Stanford killed. Okay, so yes.
Acted like
and I'm not saying that they're juggernauts. I'm just saying you take those 2 teams on a neutral field.
I'm taking Tech over. I'm taking Tech or BYU over.
Now, I think you're in the very, very, very minor minority there. Okay, so, but now you have to agree.
It's not hate against Notre Dame. It's that Notre Dame needs to schedule harder.
Okay, so scenario there. Tech wins. They don't move up any higher. You agree with that?
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if they lose?
Oregon's going to jump them if they lose.
Fair. So would Ole Miss.
But BYU jumps.
No, where would Tech drop? Tech would probably drop.
Tech would drop to the bottom.
Now, don't forget you got to add the Power 5 and the ACC if Virginia wins.
They would drop to below Alabama.
That's with an Alabama loss?
No, actually, you know what? Unfortunately, I hate to say this, they would just drop below A&M.
So you think they're ahead of us?
Yes, Texas Tech would, because we're not playing in a game.
Okay, now I could see that. So
A&M's not playing in a game. Ole Miss isn't playing in a game. Oregon's not playing.
So there's a scenario. We kick down to 9. There.
Well, here's also.
No, I'm kind of.
No, I know, but here's also the argument. I mean, can you be punished for playing in a championship game?
Getting ready to talk about that because Alabama's a huge scenario about that one. You're not punished, but you got to drop because you lost. Right. You got to get BYU up there, but you don't.
Moved. Everybody gets moved.
But you don't necessarily have to put BYU ahead of them,
right?
Because you've already beat BYU. So, sorry.
No, but that moves BYU up above Notre Dame, and gets BYU into
Agreed.
into the top 10.
So that's the worst case.
Right now, we're just looking at top 10
Yes.
because 11 and 12 possibly out.
Yes. So that is worst case scenario for Notre Dame. What if Alabama beats or loses to Georgia?
Stay. Everything stays.
They're last, though, right?
No, they're still above Notre Dame.
No, well, not if BYU won. Notre Dame's out. But if BYU loses,
I thought you said Alabama.
I'm talking about Alabama and BYU. Alabama losing, BYU winning.
BYU, well, then it jumps. It just jumps, and they're still – Notre Dame gets pulled out of the top 10.
So you stick the ACC champ about 10.
11.
Where are you going to put your Power 5?
12.
See, I disagree if Alabama loses. I think Alabama should be the 12th. 3-loss championship loser.
I think it's already set up that way.
I don't think. I
thought it was set up. I thought it was set up with the Power 5.
No, I don't think they have to be the last.
Spot.
I don't think they have to be
unless they're in the top 10.
Oh, you know what? It might be. You might be right.
Yeah, because if I looked at that, there was conference champion put in the 2 spots where on how it fell.
Gotcha.
Let's see if I can...
Five highest ranked champ. We talked about this last week. Even if they're not ranked in the top 12, the seeding for the remaining teams would be the higher seed hosting the matchup. Blah blah blah.
What we're currently looking at is first round buys of Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M. God, when was this written? November 4th.
Gotcha.
And then Alabama. And then the first round matchups were Oregon, Texas Tech, Memphis, Georgia. God damn that.
You're exactly right. It's top 12. So they will automatically be number 12.
Right.
Okay. So Alabama would be 11, would be my opinion. Yeah. BYU 10, Oklahoma 9.
I don't think Oklahoma moves down.
Yeah, because you would have to. That's if Alabama lost. If Alabama wins, you'd put them ahead of Oklahoma, wouldn't you?
No, because Oklahoma beat them in the regular season.
And they do, but but they're champion. They're SEC champion. It should mean something.
The only thing that it changes if Alabama wins is Georgia dropping.
Sure. But I mean,
I don't think.
But I mean, they
put Alabama above Georgia just for a title game that nobody else got.
I don't think you would. I think they.
Do we need to go to a mini playoff before
no,
we do a playoff?
No,
playoff?
They would slide Georgia. I think, in my opinion, slide them right ahead of Ole Miss. That's an Ole Miss punishment for their.
Well, why would OU have to get moved down to number 8?
They would go to number 9.
Or number 9.
Because Alabama would move ahead of them.
I know that, but that's what I'm saying.
So they would go to 9, and we'd then host.
We end up go to.
We
them.
have to host.
No, we're hosting.
No, not if we go to 9. We don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go to Alabama if that happens. And you still won't get me tickets to that game.
No. I think what they'd do is they'd move Alabama ahead of A&M and not make an immediate rematch.
And then make OU play A&M?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see that.
So the worst. So really, as an OU fan, you need to be a Georgia fan this weekend.
Correct.
Let Alabama stay at 11, and if BYU loses,
yeah, but they shouldn't drop below Notre Dame.
Oh, I think so. It'd be their third loss.
I said they shouldn't.
But it's their third loss. I mean, you got to.
But it's a championship game, so you're punishing them for playing in the championship.
You're only
game.
going one spot. You're not
doesn't
punishing them.
matter.
You're still putting them in the playoffs.
Notre Dame doesn't play in a championship.
Doesn't
game.
matter. They'd still be in the playoffs.
Notre Dame doesn't even play in a conference.
It would be the first 3-loss team to
You're
ever make the
giving
playoffs.
more Notre Dame love.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's not. You have to. You
don't have to.
It's 3-loss. You got to somehow.
No, you need to punish Notre Dame for not playing a fucking strong enough schedule.
It's just one less loss. Well, I mean, they played what they got.
Hell, I'd put them below Texas.
I mean, honestly, I'm not a Texas fan, obviously, but if you're talking about the best team right now, I'd put Texas in and Vanderbilt over Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
And the Miami argument is legitimate, but it's exactly what's hurting Texas. They had bad losses. So you look at everybody above them, they're like, oh, Oklahoma's got 2 losses. No bad losses. Alabama's got 2 losses. They had a bad loss. That's another reason to put them below Notre Dame. They had a horrible loss. And then they lost their championship. You're not punishing them because you're still letting them be in the playoff, but you can't keep them ahead of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I guess that argument, because that's the Texas argument, is you lost to Florida.
Yes, yeah. And they're talking about not scheduling. Would Texas be in with just a Florida loss and an Ohio State loss?
Yeah.
Okay, so they'd be in the championship game, more than likely. I don't know how.
They would, because they'd only have one loss in conference.
But Georgia would have beat them. So would they get the Texas beat Alabama, Alabama beat it? They would be in.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 2 losses. And then they lose to Georgia in the championship in a rematch. Do you still get in? How are you guaranteeing Texas to be in with 2 losses?
At 2 losses.
Yeah.
Yes.
And losing the championship, you're guaranteeing them to be in.
Right.
Okay.
But that was only if they lost 2.
Oh, I get it.
They dropped 3, and they're all bitching about, well, we played. Sark says we played the hardest schedule, and I'm like,
who was the third one? They lost to Florida. That was the bad one. And then they lost to, obviously,
Ohio State.
What was the third
Florida
loss?
and Georgia.
Georgia, obviously. And they got killed by Georgia. I know it was tied going into the 4th, but Georgia dominated them.
They did.
In the 4th quarter.
Dominated that woman.
But I do think though that you still have, you move it to a 16-team playoff. You get rid of the bye. You get rid of the bye because we talked about that.
Yeah.
And make a deal. Make it 2 power.
No, there's some pundits out there now that are saying this 12-team is perfect.
And that's not. I mean, it's not, because if you're including teams that are worse than the teams that need to be in there, a la Power 5, a la crappy ACC, you're talking about Duke. If they win the ACC championship, the ACC's out. They don't even make it.
Is it that bad?
Because the second Power 5 would be ranked ahead of them.
It's true.
So then you slide a James Madison or somebody else in there, which is odd.
No.
No,
they wouldn't be slid in.
Well, I mean, if Duke,
the group of 5 has a guaranteed spot, because if they don't, then those teams stop playing and form their own conference. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody knows that we're trying to fluff the group of 5, and this is why we keep stealing teams and keep stealing players and keep stealing coaches from the group of 5.
Well,
they do very well there.
No, I'm just saying
James Madison's issue is that they play in one of the worst Power 5 conferences.
No, but James Madison, if Duke wins, James Madison's in, along with the winner of Tulane in North Texas.
Oh, shit.
Right there. They're excluded. Other champions are prioritized.
Oh, no.
The committee must take the 5 highest-ranked conference champions.
Oh, no.
So then you've got 5.
Yeah.
Power 4, 1's out, then you get 2.
Oh, ACC, you're on a downturn.
Be their worst case scenario. But anyway, I think that's what
Let's hope that happens.
That's what I was getting. So my thing is, I saw the rankings.
My thing is
Texas
switching.
Texas was 13. No way they make it in. It is. There's no way they make it in.
Yeah, Texas isn't in.
I think Miami's got a slim shot still, but still being below Notre Dame tells me no. But Notre Dame did slide down.
Miami not playing in a championship game. Plus Miami having to set behind. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other non-championship playing teams.
Yes.
You're out.
You're right here. I got them set up. You've got Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, OU, Notre Dame. So that's 5 ahead of them. Yeah, you're exactly right.
Why do you have the painting behind you?
What painting? Oh, I never took it out because I'm just that close.
It's upside down.
Damn it! Here we go.
I just
noticed
those
Texas fans. So.
You shoved that right in your.
No, I was writing on the board.
On the chair.
No, I was writing on the board anyway. So, yeah, I guess the chair would be better. We should be pimping our playoff OU.
I mean, we got the. There's a helmet outside that we keep forgetting.
National Coach of the Year, Venables probably won't win it.
No, he'll be in the running.
But he'll be in the running. I think
most improved.
I think probably who's going to win it's the Vanderbilt coach. But they had a good year last year. Venables was 6-7.
You think Pry wins it?
No, it's Clark Lee for
and not. What about Sataki?
Listen,
he's done very well.
Is this where I go on my rant?
If you want to.
The Big 12 stop. Just stop.
They're better than the ACC.
Okay,
They're the number 3 conference.
But I promise you,
I'm just saying
I promise you this. Unless Tech gets one of those pansies, and it's very possible, but I don't think BYU or Tech wins a game in the playoff. I don't know if Oklahoma could win a playoff game with our offense, but our defense sure can.
Everybody's really,
and Tech's defense could. But it looks like they're going to get a bye. What we talked about last year is no bye teams won. They had a week off. Yeah,
John Mateer, if you need me to, I will come down there and I will massage your hand and we'll make sure everything's good.
As in right now, Sean, go back up. It looks like Tech would be on a bye, and then they would play. They would play the winner of Oregon
playoff, but nobody's updated it.
Where would they go? They'd play the winner of Oregon and what could it be? What 4 seed would play the 5 seed? 5 and what? 5 and I don't do math. 5 and 12.
Okay, this is one day ago.
Yeah, 5 and 12.
Thank you, CBS. No, NCAA.
Well, is it going to come on? But no, I think it's 5 versus 12. So I think it would be Oregon versus the Power 5.
Here it is. God damn it. Fine, NCAA. I agree to your legal terms. I won't show your stupid faces. Son of a bitch!
No, we don't want to hear you talk. We just want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, so they would play Oregon in the Power 5 win.
What in the hell is happening?
Class, today we're talking NCAA championships and life lessons.
Well, thank you, crowd. Thank you, crowd. It's just, you can just
How do I
mute
stop this crap?
Are we muted? Are you muted?
No.
Or is it just they muted?
They're muted.
They muted. No. They'd play Oregon.
Never coming back to you.
Okay, so you think Tech could beat Oregon? No.
How it works, new seating. Oh, God, look at this. What's last year's? So, yes, but it all depends on who they have to play.
No, it's always going to be
Oregon.
It's always going to be Oregon.
But you don't know.
Can
you not have hope for those people?
No, because that's going to be one of the Power 5
that are fans of either Virginia.
No,
Duke.
No, Virginia would roll.
James Madison.
Virginia, if they win, would be 11.
Virginia.
They would be 11. That's the lowest they can go. Remember, the Power 5 goes to 12.
Okay.
So Oregon plays North Texas or Tulane.
I'm just saying, can you not?
2 green teams. I know which one's going to be favored.
Can you just not allow a little bit of hope for these people that are fans of these teams that are getting into the playoff?
No.
Okay.
Not this year.
That's fine. That's fair.
No. Now, could another Power 5 sneak in and beat Ole Miss with what they're going through? Very possible.
Yeah.
But Charlie Weiss Jr. is coming back. But that Power 5 doesn't beat Georgia. And I know this, this is not basketball, okay? Now, Ohio State went on an amazing run last year.
They did.
But what helped them is the other teams knocked out the top other teams. No seed got past their first game. No bye teams.
With that weak-ass
Yes.
So here's what's funny. If this does happen and it stays the way that it is, OU Alabama rematch.
Well, now here's what I think is going to change that.
And then a Notre Dame A&M rematch.
No, I think what they're going to do is they're going to flop those.
Do you think they want that OU Notre Dame?
Yes, 100%.
I don't. They've been another pain in our asses.
No, and then they're just going to drop Alabama to 10.
Well, no, I get that.
Yeah. Because Alabama and A&M haven't played.
Is
it's perfect.
Notre Dame has been a pain in Oklahoma.
They have set this up perfect.
Stop.
This is premeditated.
OU, like I said, LSU and Notre Dame have been a pain in Oklahoma's asses for years.
Sure, but they play good.
Notre Dame's been longer because remember Notre Dame was the one that
ended the streak,
beat us and then ended the streak. Began and ended.
So, but I'm saying strong defense.
And we still fight them for that stupid play like a champion.
Strong defense, great running game, true freshman quarterback versus our defense. Great against the run.
Running game.
No, hold on.
Our junior quarterback.
All you need is 2 defensive touchdowns, and
wide
I think we got it.
receivers out the ass, an O-line that you cannot get through. Is that where we're going?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's not the worst matchup.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to know, he'll sell you a car too.
No, it's not the worst matchup. Notre Dame is not.
I got a car for you.
Yeah, okay. We got something on a deal?
$300, $500. You give it to me, and get it fixed, get it towed somewhere.
I'm interested. We'll talk after. So anyway, otherwise, I think everything else stays the same. It's really going to be the championship games and the seeding they move. But BYU,
we're going to have to wait till see where those.
Yeah, but BYU's not in with a loss. Okay.
No, I know BYU's not in with a loss. BYU's in with a win.
But I think Alabama stays with a loss.
They do. That's what I said.
Because they've got 3 other SEC teams ahead of them
here's your
have to play.
Here's your issue. You remember that.
But hold on now. Back up real quick. Oh, but are we not punishing them for that Florida State loss like we're punishing Texas for the Florida loss? It's like the state of Florida. Ugh.
Yeah,
think about that.
They've been punished enough.
Well, no, think about that. And then Miami's getting punished for their loss against who? Louisville, I think. Is that it?
Yeah.
And what did Louisville finish up? Go ahead.
In the top 25?
Go back to your point. Sorry.
Well, hell, I don't even know what point.
No, we were talking about seeding. We were talking about seeding. No, I just had to get that. It's kind of funny that Alabama's not really getting.
Find it kind of weird.
They lost to Louisville by 3.
Louisville is outside the rankings.
And Florida State they beat, which also beat Alabama.
It's very tricky, and this is why those guys take all day to even do.
And by the way, Miami beat Florida, who beat Texas. So see, Texas. That's why I don't really think Texas is in anyway, Sean.
Right, but at this point,
because they'd be in the SEC championship with a loss.
So once, I'm gonna tell you right now, once the college football playoff ranking comes out, what am I? Camera.
Waiting on the Boo Birds?
No, something happened with the camera.
It's always had that eye.
Right. Oh. I saw something move in the camera.
Oh.
I think it was you. So once the college football playoff rankings come out, those people need to be stuck in a hotel for a month. Stuck where at the conference, wherever they're at, right? Media blackout. They only get to watch the games.
Oh, you're talking at the end of these championship games.
No, I mean now, from whenever that ranking starts until after. These people need to be on a media blackout because I don't need Sarkisian talking about how he plays the toughest schedule in the United States.
And they're changing schedules already. Every SEC team's pulling, even though they've got to go to 9.
Right, like I said, they can watch it up to that point, and then they only get to watch the games.
Okay.
They don't get to see Twitter.
They're like a sequestered jury?
Yes. Yes. And so they just have to live there together.
And they would have to hire people with meaningless jobs. We're in! Hey! We can do this!
I'm meaningless.
I have
a job.
I honestly don't think when you look at it that they're doing that bad a job, except that Notre Dame and Miami deal bothers me a little bit.
It really does.
But
I think it's one of the worst.
And I think
trades.
It really bothers me to think about A&M. If you look at their cream puff schedule in the SEC, the SEC's not easy. I'm not saying that. But if you look at who they drew the bottom of the SEC.
So did Texas.
No, Texas had a little bit harder because they had to play us and Georgia. So that bumps them up.
Hell, Louisville got Stoops fired.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was time for that to happen.
Why is Dumbnuts not fired yet?
Who?
South Kakalaki.
Well, he's not been there 13 years. Okay, so A&M, I'm just going to go over the SEC schedule. Hell, the Notre Dame's win is great, but they beat Auburn by 6.
Okay, but we all said that Auburn had a great defense.
They did, and I'm not saying that's bad. It was at home too. A&M, they beat 31-9. They beat Florida by 17. They beat Arkansas by 3. They beat LSU by 24. They beat Missouri by 21. They beat South Carolina by 1. Don't forget they were down 30-0, 30-3 at half.
That was a comeback.
And they lost to Texas by 10 in Texas. So they played the bottom portion of the SEC. I mean, I would love to every year play Mississippi State, Florida, Arkansas.
Well, that's what Texas is trying to do.
Well, no, but they did have some harder games. They played Georgia and they played Oklahoma. And they played Vanderbilt.
Still, in total, Texas is trying to get the most cream puff schedule they can and then call it the hardest.
No, I agree with that. Well, no, they're threatening. It's all a threatening game. But the media deal's not going to work. It's not going to get them in. But let's talk about Vanderbilt. They're very interesting because They also
lost too late in the season.
They lost to Alabama, which is in the championship game, and they lost to Texas, who's right ahead of them.
Right, but they lost to Texas too late in the season.
But by 3 in Austin, that's not a bad loss, and it's a good win for Texas. So, argument might say, hey, but then you look at the. I don't know.
In the top 25, Vandy is above Texas.
It needs, of course, because they have one less loss.
Oh, I didn't think losses mattered for Texas.
Well, apparently it doesn't.
I mean, Notre Dame's got 2 losses, and they're still number 9.
But it goes back to
the USC's got 3 losses, and they're above.
Them and Texas have always been the highest 3-loss team all year. It seems like
Missouri's still in.
Yeah,
Georgia Tech.
Well, and that was funny because they got put back in to help everybody that beat the SEC. Everybody that beat Missouri got a bonus point because they beat a ranked team.
Who did they beat?
So, or is Missouri in the college football rankings?
No.
Okay, do they count that? How do they count ranked? Because they'd have to count ranked. That's another thing.
I don't know. I brought this up before.
Don't count.
Do you count the ranking at the time?
No.
Or do you count the ranking at the end of this season?
No.
You're just saying no to me.
No, you don't count it till the end.
That's okay.
Yeah, end.
Then you meant to say yes after my.
So I don't want to hear we beat the number 1 team game 1. Well, the number 1 team's got 4 losses.
3 losses. Ohio State beat them.
But yeah, it's true. In Texas, yeah, that's right. They were number 1.
You just said something that.
Well, Penn State's got what, 5 or 6 losses? They're ranked 2.
State was a special animal.
All right. Anything else on the playoff? I think
we all knew what Penn State was, except for Penn State. Penn State had no idea who they really were. We're telling them, you're still Penn State. You got James Franklin, who's like 2-25 against top 10 teams.
Does go back to talk about Penn State? Were they one of the first to fire their coach, and then they still don't have a coach? It really is going to lean into the interim.
They're talking about bringing James Madison's coach in. They're talking about going after DeBoer.
That one they've talked about a little bit, and it's kind of.
Who else are they going after? I heard some other names.
Terry Smith, the interim. That's a big one that's been talked about.
But I've heard some other names. Yeah, but he lost a couple games there.
Yeah. He's 3-3 as his head coaching, but he's been at Penn State since 2014.
I mean, this is like LSU with their coach.
Orgeron.
No.
Orgeron the second time, or what?
No, the guy behind Kelly. He had been on a 3-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Until he got to Oklahoma, and then damn near tried to win that game. But
which, that he wasn't going to get the job.
I just heard that kid that was their quarterback was somebody that we went after, and I'd forgotten about that.
The 3-name guy? Can't think of his name.
Tyler Lamar.
Yeah. Yes.
Nutrien Jr.
Okay, anything else on playoffs? Let's get to
no.
Let's talk a little bit about we talked about OU.
We jump into
let's talk about OU.
Okay,
great win. Was it 17-13, Sean? I think that was my prediction. I think I had it right.
It was 17-13.
Yes, good. That's
and I told you that going into that game. Do I have this set up? Oh yeah, that's right. We played fucking 19 days of football.
Yes, 16. Last week's picks.
17. It was 17-13, and I had said, watch out.
27-20.
Well, we need to watch out for LSU because with the new coach, scheme changes, player changes, all that, and it's exactly what happened with LSU coming in. There's no Nussmeier. There was an entire offensive scheme change.
Yeah, it's the coaching. It's the what they call it, the interim coaching boost, whatever. So no, I think what this game really amounted to was big plays by Mateer.
Martin Van Buren Jr.
Yeah, Mateer had some big plays through 3 picks though. A couple of them were just horrible.
One was deflected.
That kept
LSU. 2 were the bad ones. Hey, I will tell you right now, Mateer saved 2 touchdowns.
He did. No, I was getting ready to say that. They were able.
Did I step on your toes?
No, they were just able to keep the points off the board.
Yeah.
And for their defense to keep playing. But no, defense, another game that was exceptional. They made the big plays when they needed to. Yeah, I know. I tweeted all these people saying
you screwed up and made big plays.
OU is the worst playoff team in history. Okay, yeah, we still led in possession, penalties, and turnovers that game.
Yeah, so we won
and still won. So
hey, we also won third downs.
Hey,
but so eat that.
No, I thought the defense just once again played.
We led first downs too.
Just played exceptional, and it's the same old song, as you might say.
Yeah,
and I was flipping back through.
Memories.
It was Twitter.
Facebook
no,
memories.
Twitter was just very hard on OU and about the scoring. And
everybody's hard on OU.
And I thought, man, when we beat we beat Florida State in 2000, scores 13-2, and if I'm not mistaken, we give them the 2.
I think we did.
So, did we throw it out of the back of the end zone or kick it out of the back of the end zone or something? So the field position is better? No, defense does win championships. Now, do I think Oklahoma can make this run with this offense? No, I do not. But
we had the kid. The kid that year.
But I think it could be very interesting because our offense is capable of big plays, and we just got to get rid of the penalties and, by God, find a running game somewhere, somehow. And that's why, you talked about Tech being able to beat Notre Dame. I don't think Notre Dame's a bad matchup for us. I'm not saying we could just go wipe the floor with them, but I like the matchup better than a rematch with Alabama.
With Lloyd Carr's grandson?
Yes. And he's going to be good. Year 3, he'll be top 5.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he is legit. But he hadn't played a legit defense all year because A&M hasn't got a legit defense. That's their weak spot.
South Florida. What about their legit defense?
They held them tight, didn't they?
They did.
But congratulations to Oklahoma, 10-2. Beat our projections. I was 9-3.
Beat our projections.
You were 8-4. So
I went for the worst case scenario.
Tulsa, you suck. God, you should have had that game.
You were leading the whole game and gave it up in the fourth quarter.
So instead of hitting 5-7, you got 4 wins. But future's bright. Quarterback entered the portal.
Tulsa, you gave it up like me with crazy women.
So entered the portal, and then OSU once again.
Who entered the portal?
Kurt Francis, quarterback for Tulsa.
No.
Yeah. I was surprised too, but maybe Tulsa's got a plan we don't know about. So anyway,
John Kitna played at UAB.
Yes, and he had a good game.
He shouldn't have.
No, but he did. Didn't make mistakes.
See what we're doing? We were winning 17-10. And then touchdown. And we were like, oh, well, what are we going to do in the second half? I say we hold our thumbs in our asses.
Okay, let's do a little bit. Let's talk some coaching. Okay, obviously the big news, Lane Kiffin. Okay.
Ryan Day had the most humbled speech when he finally beat Michigan.
Okay, go ahead.
Did you not hear that?
No.
He goes
about getting the players off the field, or was that the speech? Okay.
No, it was the speech afterwards. He goes, he's like, this is a very humbling win. That's exactly what he said. He goes, this is one of the most humbling wins. Like he wasn't fired up after the game. He was very low key and calm, and it was very surprising to me, having just beat Michigan in Michigan, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, there's a lot more work to do. I mean, they beat him 27-9.
Yeah, Michigan struggles on offense. Defense was good, and so putting up 20 points.
I get it.
Sayan did his part. I don't think 19-26 is 80% though, so he was probably a little below his percentage. But
Bo Jackson.
But he'd be.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. But Michigan, is pretty much what you would see as what?
It's Bo Jackson.
Yes, Bo Jackson. Yes, it's pretty much what you would see.
He was
He was
a 96 QBR.
Well, as a QBR, but what's that percentage?
They used to give those to us.
Go back into team stats, isn't it? Won't come up with that.
I don't know, but I just hit something. That's fun. If it screws up, it's.
Oh well.
Yeah, they don't give it, and like I said, they used to give us those numbers, and they don't give us those numbers anymore.
Yeah, I was just trying to think about percentage.
I think NFL, you have like 5 different numbers after the quarterback.
Sure. Well, and they have a bunch of different rankings too. But anyway, Underwood had a bad game, 8 of 18, only 63 yards. Michigan needs to go back and find a better offense in 2 years. Don't bring a better offense back next year to Ann Arbor when Oklahoma plays it, unless we vag on that since Texas is going to just cancel every hard game and play Popcorn State every week until they have to play 9 SEC games. But anyway, let's go to coaching changes. Lane Kiffin wasn't a surprise. I think both of us kind of thought maybe for an inkling.
Well, I already knew he was leaving.
I
told you that he was going.
But I thought maybe just
I said
maybe.
you can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
You just could turn and he would stay at Mississippi, and then I was like, nah.
He ain't going to do nothing.
The longer it goes, the longer it goes.
He's trash.
But anyway, we talked about Penn State. But just these are jobs that you want to talk about as far as that might affect the other team. No, it's no rant that coaches. But Brian Hartline, offensive coordinator for Ohio State, obviously didn't call the plays, but they're one of their best recruiters. Takes a South Florida job. Neil Brown, if you remember O'Neal from West Virginia days in the Big 12, not a bad coach. He takes the North Texas job. Will Stein, offensive coordinator from Oregon, he's hired, and he calls the plays. So he's going to be Kentucky's new head coach. Pat Fitzgerald, formerly of Northwestern. They had that big nasty lawsuit with the hazing and all that stuff. He won, name cleared. Michigan State goes, okay, we want you. Fired Jonathan Smith, who just was there for 2 seasons. And he had Oregon State winning, where they're horrible bad. So also, UCLA hires Bob Chesney from James Madison, which not a lot of connection that I found over there as far as the West Coast. I kind of thought Penn State would look at him, and maybe they did, and nothing happened. But Pete Golding gets promoted from D.C. Ole Miss. Obviously, Lane goes to LSU. John Summerall leaves Tulane, takes over at Florida, which I think is a sneaky, really sneaky good hire. You look at his history. Some of these coaches that have been head coaches first time, not so much the case for John. So Alex Golesh, former Josh Heupel protege, offensive coordinator at Tennessee. Then he took the South Florida job and did a good job there in building that South Florida job, who was bad. Ryan Silverfield takes over for Arkansas. I don't know much about Ryan. I know Memphis gets coaches hired. If you look at previous coaches, like essentially that will be coaching, like Mike Norvell, he came from Memphis and went to Florida State. Hasn't always worked out. Tavita Pritchard, everyone kind of knew he was going to take the Stanford job. I think a sneaky good hire was Jim Mora from UConn. He had a good season at UConn last year.
He rebuilt the program.
And takes over for Norvell. Eric Morris, I think one of my favorite hires from Oklahoma State, not just because it's partial. I'd rather. And then James Franklin, he took every recruit he had at Penn State and brought them to Virginia Tech. So that was never good. And then Kent State finishes up with a guy named Mark Carney, promoted as the interim coach to head. So I like Eric. We don't do grades. We joke about that. I don't know how you grade a coach getting hired before they've ever coached. I did look back at some old previous coaching. Venables got an A- on one guy's ranking. There was some other things I was trying to find to see what it looked like. But anyway.
Fix that cable.
Oh. But no, I thought, so you got Tulane open and you've got Memphis open, and they're waiting on probably some assistants. Oh, it looks like UConn's open. But hey, the big one's Penn State.
North Texas is already hired?
Still no job. Not that maybe they have. I read something.
Well, we've got.
Yes, Neil Brown. Sorry.
That's right. Yeah, it was Neil Brown.
Yes.
So I don't think he's coaching though, is he?
No. And that's what's cool is those guys are staying.
Well, no, but I know that we've got a North Texas Tulane game where both coaches have moved on.
They're staying. Yes.
They're staying to coach.
Yes, they are there.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, like
I
said,
thought they were already told to go.
Charlie Weiss comes back.
Junior. Charlie Weiss Jr.
But I'm saying
we don't know how big he is yet. But hold on, but
North Texas, James Madison, Tulane, they're sharp enough to know that they're not always going to get a chance to potentially make the playoff.
Correct.
Mississippi just hates Lane. So they're like, get the hell out. Okay, Charlie, come back.
Lane Kiffin is running through the SEC like a truck stop hooker. Alabama hates him. Ole Miss hates him.
Time out on that.
Tennessee hates him.
Well, and what's great is they play at Mississippi and at Tennessee next year. You talk about game day's going both. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if LSU's struggling at 3-8.
Florida hates you, but they'll take you back.
Yeah. So no, that's going to be great TV next year because both of them play. So
how much mustard is going to get thrown at him?
No kidding. All right. Anything else?
Your coaching?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much
your
it.
coaching hour?
That's pretty much no.
Coaching bores me.
I love it because it makes a difference, and it is, especially in today's age.
In football,
yes.
it definitely makes a difference.
Definitely. And I would say college basketball
for
recruiting and NBA for egos.
Yeah, the problem is that Oklahoma City doesn't have egos right now because they're all too young to have egos.
I think some of those guys just.
I think your biggest ego on that team is Caruso.
Well, that's just because he's old and bald.
That's what I'm saying. That's the biggest ego.
He doesn't have
all
ego.
of the rest of them are just kids.
No, but I mean, you watch them play defense.
Anorexic kids, but they're kids.
But I think you bring them free agents in, and you're like, hey,
they're
if you're not going to play,
can they not eat some barbecue?
If you're not going to play defense, you're not going to run and press.
If anybody
then
says anything about our barbecue, I will fight you.
We have good barbecue.
We do, but
I'm just not a big barbecue fan. You know what I mean? You think about that? It's like, because we went up to Kansas City for the Royals game, and we found a hole-in-the-wall Mexican place. And
I'm just over Kansas
That was
City.
great. No, I mean, it was just great. And they're like, and I was telling these people, like, you didn't have barbecue? And I'm like, no. I mean, I've had Kansas City barbecue before. It's good,
it's
but
boring.
I like to find hole.
Kansas City barbecue's boring.
I like to find hole in the walls that have other things.
Oh yeah, I just love hole in the walls.
I need to find that Mexican place because
I'll tell you right now. Now we've become a food
authentic.
Pod.
Yes.
Now we've become a food pod. There are some great places down in the backwoods of Alabama that are just little shacks that sell some of the most amazing barbecue.
Oh well, some of the Ma and Pa places are the best.
Just like that little pizza place we need to get up over by the airport, in that shop that we always think is closed.
Which one?
That little pizza place that's right there before you get to Mohawk.
Oh, are you sure that's open?
It is. I passed it one day. It was open. Sorry.
Well, they got a soul food place at the airport too. That here's really good. Mama something's.
Do you think you want to take a flight somewhere?
No, we could just drive over there and eat there. We don't have to fly in.
Oh, I thought we had a flight.
All right, let's get on to NFL.
No, wait.
Oh, do we have some
conference
college?
championship games?
Oh, we got to pick. I'm
Good
sorry.
God, what is
Lord.
wrong
Oh,
with
my
you?
gosh. We didn't
We're
even do our
picking
picks.
every
Yes.
college championship game.
Sorry. I forgot about the picks. I was getting excited. I was looking at the time. We're going to keep it under an hour today. All right, Sun Belt.
It's okay if we go in.
No, I know. Sun Belt Conference Championship.
Sun Belt, one of the
huge.
I would say yes and no to. They're right there with Conference USA. They're still above the MAC, the WAC, and.
Is the WAC still there?
I don't know. And the Mountain West.
Okay, they're still there.
JMU playing Troy in Harrisburg, Virginia.
Looks like a cold day. Weather looks clear, though. It's
23.5.
Going to be 6 o'clock Friday night for
JMU.
your viewing pleasures because we've got 3 games Friday night. They're going to start. So
I'm going to take that. I am going to take that 23.5. Give me a 48-17. It's huge.
Yeah, they're going to run it up pretty good.
It's going to be a big score.
Yeah, 42-20 is what I got.
Because they are fighting. Ever since they came into the league and Cignetti was their coach.
No, I'm going to go 48. They're going to cover.
Ever since James Madison moved up to Division One, what do we call it? The CFP.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many names.
1A.
Yeah, 1A. They have done very well, and Cignetti was their coach before he moved on to Indiana. And this guy is also being looked at by top programs as the next coach, the next head coach.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, he's
the next head coaching
no,
find.
UCLA. Yeah, hired him.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wait, they hired him?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, already hired. Yep. You missed you had to go do your court business. But, James Madison coach, and he stays. He's also staying.
Oh.
So, yes. Especially if they make the playoffs, everybody's staying.
I realized what it is. I can see your hand in it.
48-20. All right, let's move on.
Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State.
We didn't pick that one. But no, because this one, that one means a bunch because if Duke wins, James Madison, you're in. Yeah, you're in.
I think everybody listened to the beginning of the podcast.
Okay, so anyway, American Championship, also huge.
I'm taking North Texas by 3.
Okay, so North Texas, 2.5-point favorite. Looks like it's going to be rainy.
I love Tulane.
It's going to be rainy.
Give me Tulane by 3.
It's going to be rainy. It's going to be in New Orleans. It's essentially a home game for Tulane.
Yeah, but they're in a dome. No, they're in Uland Stadium.
Yes, you're in Uland Stadium. So I don't know why they're not playing in the dome. Maybe there's a game going. It's Friday
it's
though.
not till the next day. No,
I like the home team. 31-30 very close.
I'll take that. I'm
Same?
gonna take the same thing.
Yeah.
Tulane. Really.
The only reason I'm not picking North Texas, I think North Texas has more talent at skill positions. I don't like a passing game in the rain to be the excelling point.
At least it's a warm rain.
Yeah, and it's a warm rain.
That's
so,
52.
yes, 52.
All right, UNLV, Boise State. No, we're not taking that either.
Nope. We're only
Boise State, preseason favorites to make the Group of 5.
Oh, yeah, we did pick it. I just had it up here. It's 5 years. Or I was looking at Eric Morris's contract. Boise, I'm picking 31-24. I like Boise in this one simply because I looked at UNLV's schedule.
34-20.
Who?
Boise.
Okay.
The coach there, he's not,
Dan Mullen.
He gets looked at. But
he had a great season. It's just you look at his schedule, a lot of close wins, and that's good. But I think Boise's probably a little bit more talented overall. I'm taking Boise, and I think Sean, where was that game at? It's at Boise, I believe.
It's at Albertson Stadium.
It's a home game. Yeah, so it's Boise. Okay,
Boise.
yeah, it's a home
I don't
game.
know, but that's not their university?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Is it?
They
Okay.
just got the naming rights.
All right. The first most important game of the Saturday of December 6th, the year of our Lord of 2025. 11 a.m., the Big 12 Championship down in AT&T Stadium. BYU traveling back down to Texas Tech. Texas Tech's a 12.5-point favorite. I'm taking Texas Tech. I'll take a 28-17. I think BYU does a little better. I think they've matured a little more with their comebacks.
Yeah,
but I don't think they get that comeback.
29-7 was the last game. It was at Texas Tech home. It was I don't remember what time of the year it was as far as the season, but that game was dominated by Texas Tech. Of course, like I said, it was at home. I like Tech to repeat the win here, win the Big 12 championship, 30-17.
All right. You give them a lot of points.
Yes.
I'll give them 17. I'll give them 17.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only 2 points.
All right,
different.
Miami of Ohio versus Western. No, never mind.
No. All right, the 3 o'clock game. ABC.
Them dogs.
This is where game day's going, of course, because ESPN and SEC, they just own each other.
Them
so
dogs.
Game day should have been at 1 versus 2.
And roll tide.
Yeah, it should have been.
We going down to Mercedes-Benz in Hotlanta. Ugga, 2.5-point favorite. Do you believe that? Do you buy that?
No, because they already beat them. But doesn't Georgia look a little better on defense to me?
Can I get a 21? Can I get a 21-20 Alabama? They shank an extra point.
Okay, so Alabama 21-20.
Oh no, Georgia.
Oh, you're gonna go Georgia.
I'm going Georgia. I'm
Okay.
saying Alabama shanks an extra point.
Okay. I like Georgia. I like Georgia a little bigger here. I think Georgia dominates the second half, wears down Alabama, and they get a couple of turnovers. I like it like 31-24. 31-21. 31-21.
Sorry, all my Bama friends, but I had to.
And I'm rooting for Georgia, obviously, because of the placement with Oklahoma. All right, moving on. Where game day should have went. Let's do the ACC, where they shouldn't have went.
Where are they going?
Georgia, Alabama. It's SEC related. Hello, ESPN, ABC, SEC.
Why you got to be that guy?
It's true. All right, let's go to the ACC championship.
Are you gonna say that Uber Eats and the food Baker Mayfield?
Possible. Duke, Virginia. It's going to be in North Carolina, so there could be a little bit of and Charlotte's not the closest. I mean, it's not like it's Duke's hometown, but it is in North Carolina.
Oh, they're right across the.
Yeah, so Virginia.
They're like right across the highway.
Virginia. Virginia comes in ranked 17th or 10-2. Now, if you look at Virginia's schedule, they have not played the cream of the crop of the ACC.
But they have played some very good games.
So and also
Chandler Morris is on a heater.
And then you've got Duke coming in at 7-5, which
I don't remember what you had them picked at. I think we both.
I think they were a little higher because I'm not saying I think Manny Diaz is going to be looked at for that Penn State job for some weird reason. Not saying that he's going to leave, but
Manny Diaz is still in the.
He's the head coach of Duke. Yes,
I forgot about that.
Yes. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Virginia's schedule, and I'm not trashing them because they beat the teams they should have, except NC State beats them. Okay, and it's at home.
And it was a 4-point loss.
Yeah, and then they barely beat Louisville. And
they barely beat UNC.
And they beat Florida State in, what is it called, overtime, yes. And
I don't
Washington
know.
State only win by 2.
Then they lose to
UNC
Wake.
by 1. California by 10. Lost to Wake. Horrible scoring. But they beat Duke 34-17 at Duke. So it's like, what? That just came out of nowhere. I've got the upset here. I really think Duke pulls this off for some weird reason, and because I don't think Virginia's very good. And I'm going to go Duke wins this, and it's going to be pure chaos because the ACC is now out. Hopefully it's not ACC refs calling this game. It should be somebody else's conference. I'm going to go Duke 31, 27 Virginia. Close one, but
28-10.
Virginia in a ass kicking, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, in the big game of the week, and this is the biggest game of the conference. It's 1 versus 2. Essentially been 1 versus 2 all year. They're in the Big Ten. They don't play each other this year.
Bo Jackson, the running back.
Indianapolis. In Indianapolis, we got Indiana, Ohio State, both 12-0, both ranked 1 and 2, both made the playoffs last year. Ohio State's returning back to the playoffs after winning the national championship. Indiana, new quarterback, portal.
Yep, Fernando Valenzuela.
And Mendoza.
I'm sorry, Fernando
So
Valenzuela was
Mendoza,
a really great pitcher.
Mendoza saying
Fernando Mendoza.
they're both going to be invited to the Heisman.
And they're going to have to go together as a couple because there's not that much room.
That's right. So, all right, Sean, give me your pick first. Yeah.
17-13 Ohio State. We're going to see a really good matchup of defenses, and they're going to keep those power. They're going to keep the offenses under control, but advantage Ohio State.
It's in a dome, so the weather's not an issue.
The weather's not an issue.
Sayan's a true freshman. Mendoza's not. Or no, he's not a true freshman, but he's young. It's his first year of
Well,
full-time
you remember the
play.
first time that Ohio State and Indiana met?
I know.
They were both undefeated.
And Ohio
And
State.
Ohio State took them to task.
Yeah, Ohio State just has so much talent in every facet of the
I
ball.
think Signetti's team is better this year. and
I
like
do. I
said,
think their
it's-
defense is better this year,
Like
but
I said,
I can't go against Ohio State. I'm going to go
I'm
30.
not against Ohio State.
I know. I'm going to go 31-24.
I just think it's a very close game.
No, I'm going to go 31. No, 21. 31-21. No, hold on. Change it. 34-24. There we
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, if you're putting money on
Yeah.
this,
34-24. No,
put down 3 bets.
I like Ohio State to cover. And I think most of the favorites, except I'm not going with Virginia because I don't like the schedule they played. But Tony Elliott's done a heck of a job. If Tony Elliott gets in the playoff and wins the ACC, look for a potential matchup with Oklahoma because that's 2 former coordinators at Clemson during their heyday going against each other. If the Notre Dame Oklahoma doesn't match up, it's always possible because they're going to look for that stuff. They just do.
Oh, absolutely. All right. I think that's our
Yeah, that's it.
finish for how poorly the season has gone for us and how much we are in love with ourselves.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, NFL. Now, last week, overall picks 6-3 for me, 5-4 for you.
Okay.
Total this year, I'm 75-6, and you're.
I don't even
No,
know.
I didn't keep track
where
of all.
you got those numbers from.
It's my first week of losing. But anyway,
6 is
no.
not.
No, but
Oh, man, I'm trying to look for something here. OU women are playing right now.
oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, they
Well,
were
let's-
at 23-20.
Hey, OU's men had a really good win at Wake Forest last night.
Did they win?
Really good.
Oh, that's right, they did.
And it was a pretty decisive win. OSU basketball, OU basketball, men's and women's, both men's and women's at OSU. The Ken Palm rankings come out. I think it's Ken Palm. Texas.
Okay, OU women are down with 1 loss, but they're down. Oh God, that's over.
No, it's in. They do quarters.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they do quarters. They do.
45-38 currently NC State versus number 9 Oklahoma.
Down by
I had not even looked to see where Oklahoma was setting. I saw that Texas had moved to number 2.
And the Dallas Wings won the lottery again.
Nobody, just shut up.
No, I mean,
Stop.
Dallas wins the lottery all the time. They can't.
Stop.
Dallas can't form a
Stop.
team. They all suck.
Nobody cares
No.
about your women's basketball.
Where's Sophie going? She's a free
cares?
agent. I guarantee you more people pay attention to WNBA than they do whatever weird football league you pay attention to. And Europe.
See?
So
that's why you're a racist.
Not ever. All right, let's move on to the NFL.
We talk about last week.
Yeah, let's do, because huge games. Huge. I loved, and we've talked about it on this podcast before.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard Kenny's balls drop.
Dallas, and that trade you have made, and your defense is so much better. It's amazing. And we called the fall of the Chiefs a couple years ago. If you listen to episodes 1 through 8.
Oh, yeah, the money was going to
or whatever. The money was going to get over.
And as much as Patrick Mahomes restructures a contract, Patrick needs to go and talk to the rest of the team to start getting them to learn to restructure.
And some have. I have kind of looked a little bit at that. But let's go to the first Turkey Day game. Green Bay, Lions. I picked Green Bay to win. You know, I've got on the love train. You had Detroit. Detroit's got some problems. Detroit plays Dallas. We'll pick that game in a minute. They play Dallas tomorrow night.
Yeah, Detroit's starting center failed his physical, too, so he was not able to
Well, yeah, but he never played the first part of the year, so that's not the problem. The problem is the play calling. Your head coach that's never been a big play caller is calling plays because he wants to be some badass.
Wait, I thought he had
just get back, hire somebody. Well, he's going to fire him, and he's going to hire somebody else to bring in. So, and
I hear LaFleur's available.
Available?
I hear Mike Tomlin might be available soon.
We'll get to that.
Our favorite.
Yeah, we'll talk about them when we get there. Yeah. So, no, I thought it was a big win. 8-3. That should put them and Chicago tied.
Nope. Chicago's got
because they got the tie. That tie. So Chicago's first.
Chicago's
place.
Technically in the lead.
So Cowboys 6-5-1.
Actually, Chicago is technically the best team in the NFC.
They're the 1 seed right now.
Yep, they are the 1 seed.
By the because
with that win, and the Rams lost.
Well, isn't that scary?
Chicago became.
So Cowboys beat the Chiefs, even when the Chiefs they outdueled them. But I thought that
fun game to watch, and this is where I learned that my mom is a Chiefs fan and not a Cowboys fan like she used to be.
Oh.
She's like, goddamn, Chiefs are just going to fucking blow it again.
It was close. It was a really good game. Both are mid-teens.
She stopped. So. She did the angry stop like we do. She said bucket and left it.
And then the night game, biggest surprise I thought of all
week
was, Burrow comes back.
Joe Burrow, smoking Joe.
We get it, but 32-14. Ravens, you've got some problems too. There's going to have to be some.
Well, wait. We knew the Ravens had problems anyway.
But not that bad of a problem. I mean, and you look at Joe Burrow, Zach Taylor's not going to be fired. Joe Burrow and him, they run a great offense. Al Golden came from Notre Dame. He's the new defensive coordinator. It's not his problem either. They have no talent on defense. Draft better, sign your free agents.
You remember when Cincinnati, all we bitched about on Cincinnati was fix your O-line, fix your O-line, fix your O-line.
And they've tried, but they've kind of mismatched that a little bit too, though. It's better.
But
their secondary and linebackers for
defense
Cincinnati
has gone to shit.
Yes, their secondary, but they held them to 14 points. But Lamar's not the same. He's hurt. I mean, there's just no doubt about it.
That Ravens team just isn't the same as they were. I mean, they came in with such high hopes. I think we had them winning.
For sure.
And now it looks like Steelers. Now it looks like any floozy who wants it can take it.
That's right. All right, moving on. Then we had the Friday game.
The Friday game with the Bears beating the Eagles. Yes, I'll take that loss all day.
Didn't expect that, but would you? Yeah, for Hurts, for sure. Yes.
No, for the Bears. For me betting against the Bears.
Oh, no.
Like you do against the Buccaneers.
No. I was right last week about the Bucs. But anyway. All right, Bills killed the Steelers. And that's where we can talk about Mike Tomlin. Hey, Steelers, it's cool you've only had three coaches
and 106, but can you finish the season with a winning record?
It's cool to say you've only had 3 coaches in 800 years. You've been mid for 800 years.
Chuck Knox, Mike Tomlin, and Bill Cowher.
Cowher was good. Mike Tomlin, not good. He's just very mid. He's mid. It's time to move on.
He had his time.
When's the last playoff game they've won? Longevity don't mean shit if you ain't winning.
When's the last time they made the playoffs? Last year?
I'm sure they did and lost.
At 500?
I was going to have our Steelers bystander on, but he had to work.
Bull.
So Chargers beat the Raiders. Raiders' biggest disappointment, I think, of the year, to be honest. 49ers beat the Browns. Jaguars, easy win. Texans beat the Colts. That's kind of an upset. Dolphins continue their win. I think they've won 4 in a row.
Houston's issue is that come on late in the season.
Yeah, and their defense is really good. Yes.
Their defense has transitioned from just giving everything up to
correct.
Starting to take it away.
Like and the Falcons suck except for fantasy, but for division-wise, that's good for Tampa. And then Tampa...
They've fallen apart. That's another team that
I think
should have done really well.
And
whereas Carolina has stepped up into that second place.
Yes.
And
they've been surprising.
Atlanta has just...
And they beat everyone's season in Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I mean, you would have thought the Rams had already won it, and then the Panthers go over and just beat them.
Yeah.
Lost
I
the bar
don't know.
big, too, bastards.
I can't tell you what's going on in Atlanta.
Oh, I can. I said Marino. What is his name?
Raheem Morris?
Raheem Morris is a horrible coach. He's a
Marino?
Horrible head coach. I'm sorry. He was Tampa's head coach, and they blamed it being too young. He goes to Rams.
I know. Raheem Marino comes back.
Yeah, and then yeah. No, it's just fire them all. That's a clean house deal. You need to get an offensive coach.
Well, that's what they did.
I mean, look what
the
Bears
Quinn
did.
I know,
look
but that's what they did with Dan Quinn.
But look what Dan's doing in year 2. Not real good.
I don't know. That's another.
A lot of injuries there, though. Daniels, McLaurin, got my guy back.
You can say that with the Falcons' offense too. You're having to turn back to Cousins.
Well, no, yeah,
you're
but
down.
But
you're
Phoenix,
down
I think, was
receivers.
just a horrible.
I know, but you're down wide
yeah.
receivers and your quarterback's out.
Yeah, but their defense is trash, and that's his specialty.
And then the Falcons.
Yes, their defense ain't any good.
Isn't Bowman like one of the top
corners? One guy, maybe, but the Jets put 27 on him.
And then the Buccaneers barely pull one out of their ass against the
we're getting healthy.
Right in their stride.
Getting healthy.
Just hitting the stride.
Getting healthy.
Yeah, right. I can tell when you're healthy whenever I see all of the IR guys start getting picked up in fantasy football.
They're all Tampa people. Tampa. Trying to brag. All right, let's get to the picks. We'll pick tomorrow's night. Wow, you didn't say anything about the Seahawks blanking the Vikings. Vikings are trash.
The Broncos in an OT win against the Commanders.
Yeah, and it was my TV just happened to go out when they went for 2.
Oh, did it?
Yes. I was like, what?
And then
no.
The greatest kick of all time. I tell you, I swear to God. Young Ho looked down at his holder. When you see that and the holder's still trying to adjust the... He looked down
as
he went to kick and just shoved his foot in the dirt.
Hey, the golf memes were the best. My iron shot right after my best drive of all time. It's so true. Clunk, right in that ground. You got dirt going farther than your ball.
Nobody knows what
no,
you're talking
that was
about.
perfect.
No.
For sure. All right, let's get to our picks. We're going to pick tomorrow night's game. I said it again.
Tomorrow's night.
Prime time TV.
Welcome to tomorrow's night.
Detroit by 3. Over-under's 54. That's probably
Cowboys
about right.
win by 3. 24-20.
You like the Cowboys, do you?
Taking the Cowboys. Let's see if they can hold up.
31-27. I also like the Cowboys.
Unless Jahmyr Gibbs has a...
Oh, he cannot. He can do all he needs to this week. I'm just glad he blew last week.
I hate you. Bears, Packers. I'm taking Packers.
Of course you are.
34-10.
Now, Sean is he's not a closet Bears fan, but he's a closet fan that doesn't realize his team.
There are a lot of things in the closet.
Kind of good.
I hate you, Caleb Williams.
I like the Packers in this one, too. I think the Packers on a roll. 27-24.
How bad is it when DeAndre Swift is your
top
running back?
He had a really good game.
I'm just saying in the whole thing.
Tina left him on the bench too, way too long.
So who are the Packers running back? Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
What's that guy doing?
Nothing.
Getting Preston points when he doesn't need them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Steelers, Ravens. The only reason we picked this one is because it's a good rivalry. I'm
going to tell you right now that I wanted the Eagles Chargers.
No.
It's a Philly 3-point.
The rumor has it that
has
he ain't playing. So Herbert. So he broke something in his bone. Now they say he didn't practice today, but said he'd be. That's what I hear. Be ready by Monday, and he probably will.
Well, I've got till Sunday to train.
Philadelphia. Did they lose last week? Remind me. Yeah, they lost to the Bears.
Yeah.
They generally come back and win. So I didn't like that game at all.
Well, hold on. And with the Buccaneers, I've got Baker Mayfield and his stupid shoulder.
Non-throw.
He still couldn't finish the game for me.
We're getting them back.
I don't
care.
He couldn't finish the game.
Did you find that game yet? It's up to the
yeah,
top.
I know
isn't
it's
it?
right
Yeah,
here.
Yeah, let's go.
I knew exactly where it was.
All right, both 6 and 6 juggernauts.
I told you that like
Baltimore
2 hours
6-point favorites. Over/under is 42. I'd take the under. It's gonna be like 13-10. So what's your score?
Take your unders. Baltimore 10, Pittsburgh 5.
I've got Pittsburgh sneaking out a 17-13 win. So.
10-5.
It's at home at the Ravens, but the weather looks good. I think Aaron Rodgers, he's due. But hey, one thing you need to consider.
Oh, you sure they're not going to fucking set Mason Rudolph?
No, one thing I want to talk about is back to Dallas. You know, Jerry gets a lot of grief, and it's been very quiet. It's been very quiet. But the Micah Parsons trade, like we said, was good for Dallas. They've got first-round picks 2 next year, and then they got Quinnen Williams from the Jets. Quietly, though, that Pickens pickup has been huge. Now, can they sign him? I don't know. But George Pickens has been huge for them because if George Pickens were smart, he would take a nice contract, a nice big, very structured contract, very well-structured contract, as I should say, and not, I'm going to hit you for $38 million in dead money for 5 years, cap space, all that. You know what I mean? He's going to be like, hey, let's go ahead and. Well, why they do that is so they can adjust it.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So, hey, let's take all this money.
Money.
Let's take all this money in the signing bonus, because that doesn't hit, does it? If I remember
No, it's just part of the contract.
Let's take all this money in the signing bonus. We're not going to do a huge guarantee. And,
Sean, if they all done that, world would be a better place, but they don't. Kind of like college coaching.
Greed.
Why don't you say, hey, I'm going to pay you, what's the highest coach, what's Lane making now, $13 million?
$90 million.
Nobody's making $13 million a year. I would say, I'll pay you $16 million a year, but I'm signing you for 3 years. You do good in 3 years, I'll pay you $18 million for 2.
Yeah, I don't know where they're getting that money from.
It's ridiculous. They're just printing TV, state.
The state of Louisiana.
Hey, we couldn't find it, but pull up the governor of.
You wanted me to.
No, pull up the governor of Louisiana, and so he made this cute little statement of not doing these contracts again after Brian Kelly was fired, and we're not going to do this because all these coaches are state employees. And Bob Stoops, Brent Venables, all those guys are state employees because they're state schools.
Bob Stoops wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
OU's semi-private.
They're not. He was a state employee. Promise. They're all state employees. Anyway.
Did I spell Louisiana right?
No. But you damn close.
Want to make sure I did.
Louisiana.
Shit. Governor of Louisiana. No, yeah. Hold on. Comments.
Contract speech. Sean is not having a good day typing.
After
Brian Kelly
firing.
So this guy comes out and says, we're not going to do that. Blah, blah.
Hey, you know who's available?
Brian Kelly? Chip Kelly, yes. How about Mike Gundy?
Both Kellys are available.
My
God, I almost put in Gundy.
Brian Gundy? No, but the guy's like, we're not going to have one of those. He said, stating that the state's taxpayers would only have to pay the multi-million buyout if the private donors didn't, and the next contract must include. And he also declared
metrics.
He also declared Scott Woodward would be selected the next coach, which he didn't because they fired him. And so the next contract, performance. So the state would not reward failure again.
Didn't we talk about this? That it took them so long to just even fire Kelly because Kelly's like, I want to go get a job.
Yeah, they wanted to do for cause and to not pay him the money.
Well, I know they were looking for a reason, even though there was no reason, and he didn't do like Orgeron or Les Miles, and go out and start like banging teenagers and bars.
Which coach?
Orgeron and Les Miles.
And Lane. Oh, sorry.
Les Miles.
Well, Lane too. That was in Mississippi.
Oh,
it was.
Wait, Lane Kiffin?
Yes. He's got a history.
Gooch?
Oh, yeah.
What's like when Urban Meyer...
Allegedly. That's what we're hearing.
It's like when Urban Meyer... Remember when Urban Meyer went back to just visit at Ohio State?
He's grinding that girl's
Some girl's just grinding on him in a bar. He's like, I'm just here hanging out with some friends. Sorry, honey.
Well, that's the thing.
Social media.
That's what I was going to say. I feel bad because you can't.
I don't feel bad.
No, but you can't be a dude sometimes without being seen. So that's the way it goes. All right,
you can. It's
shoot, minute or hour and 14. Hey, thanks for joining us. Big
Did we
weekend.
Miss anything?
No, we didn't. Big week.
Football.
Nothing.
The football.
Thunder 21-1. Record 73-9.
Who?
You know.
I don't know those guys.
Whatever.
Oh, you know what? Fuck you. Now we're doing some NHL standings.
Leaving. Bye. See ya. And our 3 listeners just left too. Oh.
No, they're still there.
But hey, go Avs.
All right. No, well, I was done anyway.
Bye. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks.